Outside Srinagar's main jail, people wait for news of their relatives inside. They're the families of people detained by security forces since New Delhi revoked the region's autonomy. Hajra Begum and her family travel every 10 days from about 100 kilometers north of Srinagar, where her husband was detained by security forces for being a separatist activist. She says officials told her he would be released shortly, then he was sent to Srinagar.
It's really difficult to get inside and meet because we have to get frisked at least 10 times. We even have to open our hijabs and nothing is allowed to be taken inside. We have to wait for hours, then we only meet for 10 to 20 minutes.
Ghulam Rasool says his son was taken in the middle of the night from his home near Srinagar, but hasn't had any case filed against him. Now he's learned his son is no longer in the region.
They took him to Srinagar Central Jail after keeping him at a local station for 5 days. Now I have been told he is being moved to Agra.
That's a city more than 1,000 kilometers away, where many political leaders have also been detained. Others are being kept here at this resort hotel turned prison. Indian officials declined to comment on how many people have been detained. Human rights groups say because of the restrictions, they can't investigate.
The way people have been detained or being detained here is unprecedented. We don't know exactly how much figures. We have been told from different sources that the people who have been detained are in thousands.
There have been accusations of torture. Aljazeera spoke to this 22-year-old man who doesn't want to be identified for fear of reprisal. He says he was picked up by security forces when the restrictions first began and was beaten for over an hour.
They said I was a stone thrower. I told them I don't do that. If they have a shred of evidence, then go ahead and beat me. But they didn't listen, then gave me an electric shock. Then they said, give us a name of a stone thrower. I told them I don't know anyone, but they didn't listen.
Al Jazeera can't independently verify those accusations, but human rights groups have documented cases of torture in the past. Meanwhile, more people are being detained. How long political leaders and an unknown number of local people will be detained, Indian officials won't say. All their relatives can do is queue outside prisons and hope for news. Fez Jamil, Al Jazeera, Srinagar, Indian administered Kashmir.